Good morning, y'all. It is October the 2nd. It is a Sunday. Wonderful Sunday. I did some hurricane traveling in my dreams. Was in the hurricane, experiencing a hurricane, all kinds of shit with hurricane. There was another house. It was like on stilts, like a beach house. There was a guy that lived there that I knew from dreams. He had two employees or something. They might have been his sons. I'm not sure. But somehow, in some weird way, he was able to give me some medicine for my dad. And I don't know exactly how or what. It was almost like they had some of the normal medicine he takes and can't get, and it came from some other country that they were just having it sent to them, which is illegal, of course, but it was a necessity and it was obtained. And I remember in my dream having this medicine and then going back on my way to give it to my dad. Another thing that happened, I can't move my phone. My phone is plugged in. It's in a weird little harness type of situation. I've got it setting in so you don't move the fucking charger. It's not charging up. It's at 5%. It's been on the charger all fucking morning. It decided it would go dead on a full battery after waking up in the middle of the night. I woke up, sat the fuck up like a vampire in a scary movie to see who's on the screen. I turned it off. Nancy Grace is on the screen. And the volume's down so I could see her fucking face moving, her mouth. And, you know, it was something about help the police with genetic research or some bullshit. I seen it. And then she had a black and white picture of some guy, and it looks like me, but like another. I mean, come on. I mean, I seen it all. It's extremely creepy, extremely inappropriate. I don't have a problem with Nancy Grace. I just don't like listening to her. I know her heart's in the right place. I would like to address something, though. I know that in spiritual warfare, there's some real dangerous, negative shit. Number one, because I keep encountering it out of my ex. My ex may have valid reasons, her own self, to have issues with me. There is no reason on the earth for her to rally any movements without being engaged in evil spiritual warfare and wrong. And I continue to experience it. Why? Because she would project and paint onto me, and wrongly, some sexual abuse, maybe some pedophilia shit, based in lies. I am not a fucking pedophile friend. I would murder, death, kill that individual in truth on the spot And I just don't appreciate it. Because mostly what is going on is the vast periods of time where you don't have someone to interact with, but they need you to be a background element that they still need something from, because she still needs to get the money that they take, half of my money. She still needs to be a decent human and probably balance that out, and she's not. She's not going to do it. She's either going to let someone else run and control her life, pretend to be a victim, and pretend to be safe while she victimizes someone else by just doing whatever the hell she wants to do and thinking that's a form of relationship, which it's not. It's not appropriate. You don't fucking marry somebody and then begin cheating on them within the same month just because you're able to. You know, these are the morality issues with this one. That she will warp and whatever the hell and place into a lens. Never have I ever just continued to see such bullshit based in lie. You know, people like to jump onto things because if something feels good, if it feels good to beat someone up, for an issue that you have, and if you beat someone up because of your shit, your issue, whatever it is, it doesn't even matter what it is. If you're willing to harm another person in a mob mentality to feel good about it, and that person has done you no harm, that person has done you no ill, you are fucking evil. You might basically be sick, you might have a fucked up mind, but you're doing evil. And essentially are conduited to evil. And that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. So they have some app, and I get it, and then I look. For whatever reason, I didn't even have to use it. It had a user base, gang stalkers, all predicated on interacting with me, which I thought was extremely weird. Creepy. It usually is. But it served no other purpose. All the people in the names, because the allies that get involved, the immediate friends of said ex-partner, begin like the spider web going out. You know, if you have somebody that's a genuine friend of somebody that you have an issue with or whatever, they'll lean towards who they're friends with, of course. But if you have someone who's just going to be a minion, which she understands that completely well and accuses me of it, I don't have any minions, you know, but it was a parasitical relationship from the jump, because everything that she had thought about me, even incorrectly, she just mirrored and patterned herself to the extreme. So it's not legit. It's not. It's not. The fact that it's government slavery program mandated to continue to occur doesn't surprise me either, because it's just something you continually run into. I'm never fucked up by it. I'm never not disturbed as fucking hell when I see it, but I immediately remove it. But it infects a large section of people that aren't people that I meet on the day-to-day basis. So if I try to do anything on any sort of internet shit, I'm going to hit that like a brick wall, because there's just so many. It's very strange. They've got to all have the same basic root, but there's no real truth in what they say. If the lowest common denominator of it is being overly flirtive with the females, then that would be my first actual thing of being guilty for. And I'm not even married. I'm divorced. But I'm telling you, even that, I can't actually say because I know that the only time I got any papers to be divorced or the last actual shit I got from her had to do with some tax shit she had to pay because of my debt in our marriage. And it was taken out of whatever large sum of money she was already on the receiving end and sharing with someone else. So even if she got a divorce, that was her reason. And she did it for that exact thing. And had it not been that, we'd still be married. How much you want to bet? And then, furthermore, with all that bullshit, because of what I've recently witnessed, I'm certain that there's demonic possession going on, and it had been going on. The person isn't there. What's driving the familiar spirit that's running the core program is just as much in relationship with me as her. Sadly. But I don't even know what to think about that other than I learn about myself every fucking day a little bit more. What to do about it? You just push and keep learning. But no, I don't harm anyone. I don't rape. I don't pedophile. I don't do any of that shit. I might have a predisposition to like sex addiction myself, and I like women naked videos. Might make use of that, but I don't get into none of that weird ass shit. And I am not trying to push anything on anybody at all. So there's no predator going on. The only predator going on is that one predatoring me. And I've got an awareness of where it comes from, what it is, praying against it, don't even know what I could actually do to help release the princess from her captivity of freedom that she's earned herself in being the most disingenuousness, falseness, evil being that may or may not still be alive.